Next thing. So obviously we still been getting a lot of just rumors about Secret Wars. Um, rumors that Ghost Rider is returning in Secret Wars. Also read another thing with it that they are that a Ghost Rider project is on the board for Marvel Studios. All I gotta say is why Ghost Rider should have been on the docket from Marvel Studios. Ghost Rider is a very popular character. This is another hero that could rejuvenate the Avengers roster. And I will be completely honest, like, if I was in Marvel Studios, like, there's so many other groups of heroes like the Midnight Suns and other characters like that. Hey, look, you're thinking about bringing Hugh Jackman back? Put that man with the Midnight Suns. Now that would be a wild movie. You know what I mean? You want to have a multiversal thing? Give me a multiversal Midnight Sun. Now that would be nuts. You know what I mean? Bro, like imagine if we had Wesley Snipes with Hugh Jackman and like that would have been crazy. But like
how I'm against the like I'm really against the retro cameos.
Yeah. I mean, you are, but not me. But yeah. Man, I mean, but the only catch is this. I did hear that they're not bringing like a old Ghost Rider. Apparently, this is like a new casted Ghost Rider. Because they're going to basically like use this to try to like catapult his next movie, kind of sort of. So,
okay.
But yeah. So I'm all for Ghost Rider being in the MCU. I think he should have been in earlier, but I have nothing against it. How do you feel about Ghost Rider?
If as long as it's like a new Ghost Rider, I'm more than okay with it. Whether it's Johnny Blaze or Robbie Reyes, is anyone's guess. But here's the thing: when it comes to like Nicolas Cage, Ghost Rider coming back in Secret Wars, and all of these like retro cameos, and like, Hugh Jackman is potentially coming back as Wolverine again in Secret Wars. That's awesome. Here's my problem with it: is the hype. It's easy to hype up a movie when you tell everyone Hugh Jackman's coming back. For a movie like Avengers: Secret Wars, the movie that's going to cap off the multiverse saga, the hype for that movie needs to be earned through the story, not based on retro cameos. And that's where I have a problem with it. If people are bought into the story and then you want to bring those guys back, I'm not saying I'd be fully on board with it, but it would be an easier pill for me to swallow.
I think that's Kevin Feige's goal right now. Like, I think he's working on making the stories better. So when we get these characters, it's going to help make the story better. But I do think like you kind of sort of have wrong thinking because, bro, it's the multiverse. Like, of course they're going to bring back the older people. This is the only time that they will be able to do this, And to me that this is going to honor, what came before us. Because I mean, like, I feel like as a community, Marvel fans have crapped on the older X-Men and crapped on all of these other characters. And I feel like Kevin Feige bringing them back and redoing their costumes and making them look better. Not like Multiverse of Madness. Like Multiverse of Madness, that was criminal what they did. But I mean, like, if they actually do it right, like with the way they're doing Hugh Jackman, showing his new suit and actually giving us a comic accurate version of him. Like, if you do these characters justice and they feed the story and you don't just rely on the cameo, I have nothing to complain about. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of how because like that's what I see. And plus, and you also got to think about it this way too, bro. The big reason why Kevin Feige is doing this is because he worked on those X-Men films. He's cool with all of those people. And I believe that this has always been in his plans from the start to bring back the people that he started with. So I feel like these cameos, yes, in Doctor Strange, they abused it, but I do think that Feige is doing it out of a different type of heart. It isn't just like making sure that the story relies on it. It's just the idea of like, these are the people I started with,
So here's the thing. Right now, nobody is liking what's going on in the MCU. Nobody. And all the hype, anytime the MCU is getting hype right now, is based off of cameo rumors, which is crazy. And Multiverse of Madness, the entire movie rides on the cameos. And they still felt the need to insert America Chavez into the movie and blow it up even further. So I have a problem when the MCU isn't in a good place right now, and all the hype is based off of retro cameos.
Yeah, I mean, and look, bro, I think that will change as we get more content and fans start to consume better content. I think, but right now, it's just everybody's fight or flight. Like, as I said, I'm not writing on cameos for Secret Wars. Like, I want to see Tom Holland Spider Man. I want to see Sam's Captain America. Like, I want to see those characters. I'm honestly more excited to see Tony and Steve come back. Actually, like more than like Hugh Jackman and Nicolas Cage. Like, I think those I really think those cameos are going to play a smaller piece to when we see RDJ and them come back, because I believe that RDJ is coming back in Secret Wars. I think those are kind of the big comebacks, more than the other people.
Yeah.
But like all in all, man, as long as it's done right, I don't care.
Yeah, listen, I don't think that if Kevin Feige asks RDJ to come back, I think he's coming back.
Oh yeah, and I mean for good.
But here's the other thing about that. If RDJ is coming back and Hugh Jackman's coming back and all those guys are in, and Ben Affleck as Daredevil is coming back, and that's all within the same movie, like, you have to realize the amount they pay these actors. And I also don't know if I see all of them getting their, standard fee for that movie. And I don't know if those actors are going to come back without those standard fees. And I don't mean that to say that they're bad people because of that. If you heard what I said before, I'm all for, getting your money's worth. So I don't knock them for that. They've earned that. But like, I don't know. I just don't. Do you think that they're going to be able to pay Hugh Jackman, Ben Affleck, and Robert Downey Jr. and everyone else who's already in the MCU? Like, think about how much money that movie would cost.
That's why I think they're doing it like that's. I think these
no one thinks about that point, but like, the logistics have to work.
True. But that's why I think we're going to get cameos in both Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. I don't think they're going to do them all at once. That would be my opinion.
That would make more sense.
Yeah, I think they would split them into both. And I think that there's going to be a larger gap. I think there's going to be like a 3-year gap between Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, because I think we're going to get the Battleworld thing for a while. Yeah, because I think Kang Dynasty is going to put us into Battleworld.
I don't know. I think they want it to be quick. I think they see that as part of the reason Endgame made so much money, and they want to do that for Secret Wars.
The hype. I get it.